Well, in this week's What's Your Story, I got a chance to sit down with two people who never would have thought that they would be in the donut business. That's just what one Rain family has been doing for the past 50 years. 'Tis the season here in Acadiana, and the colors of the season, purple, green, and yellow, are in full bloom.
It pretty much starts right then and there, and it keeps rolling.
That's where Cherie Gautreaux comes in, who along with her husband has owned, for the last 5 years, Gautreaux Donuts in Rain.
My husband's family opened this donut shop about 50 years ago. His mom and dad ran it. All of the kids worked here. Michael was probably about 7 when they first opened.
Even Sherry, who grew up in Rain, remembers visiting the little donut shop when she was a kid.
When I was little, we would come here, and they also years ago had a grill. So they would cook plate lunches and serve donuts for breakfast, and they had plate lunches for lunch.
For years, though, the thought of owning a donut shop never would have crossed her mind, let alone the one she remembers going to all those years ago.
I mean, I worked in the medical field for probably about 25 years, and then we just decided to jump in and open a donut shop. So it was a totally different line of work, but it's been fun.
The one thing that has stayed the same, it's still very much a family enterprise.
All of my kids have worked here. All of Michael's brothers and sisters worked here. The grandkids have been here and grew up here.
On a typical day, Sherry will help serve the glazed and chocolate-covered delicacies to groups of locals, meeting up every morning to hold court.
We have groups that sit here. We have groups that sit at different tables, and they just hang out. They'll stay a couple hours, and it's all hometown friendly. Everybody knows basically everybody.
But these are not typical times. This is king cake season. And every day, lines of braided glazed and cinnamon treats are prepared en masse.
Every day you grow new customers. We ship cakes.
The busiest time of the year for Sherry and her team.
It's a little tiring because the guys come in sometimes at 10:30 or 11:30 at night to start their day, because we do our king cakes first and then need to be ready for the 2:30 to start our donut process.
But they wouldn't have it any other way. In Rain, I'm Daniel Phillips, KTC.